There we go. I was wondering what was going on. We were having a little trouble with the stream for a moment there. But it looks like everything is functioning according to plan. Welcome to Strat Baseball History. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joe, and we are here to continue the 1973 opening day games from our 1973 as played strat-o-matic PC season. I hope you're having a good night. I am here ready to relax and chill out for a little bit of evening baseball. Earlier in the day, we played a few games. You can check that out in part 2. Also, we played the single game on April 5th last night. That's in the archives as well. So just go onto the 1973 playlist if you want to view any of the older games. For now, we are ready to continue our replay. In the American League, we've already played both day games, I do believe. Yep. We had Milwaukee at Baltimore and the Yankees at Boston. We have 2 night games left in the American League, but first, over in the National League, we have 2 more day games, I believe, which we're going to try to get through on this stream. Yep. And we need some glasses, I think. Getting old. Got the headphones on tonight. Try to keep the girlfriend from getting upset over any excess noise. She can handle my voice. That puts her to sleep all the time anyway, so that's not an issue. But as you can see, we played Montreal at Chicago. That was a good game. And now we have St. Louis at Pittsburgh coming up. I'm playing the home games for all of these, by the way. Unless it's Yankees and Mets, in which case I will play every Yankees and Mets game, regardless of home or away. So, I'll be playing Pittsburgh, which means I get to take on Bob Gibson. Fantastic. Should be a good time. Let's get it going. St. Louis at Pittsburgh. Bob Gibson's going to be backed by a lineup of Brock in left, Sizemore at second, Cruz, Jose, I believe, in center, Joe Torre playing first, Ted Simmons at catcher, Ken Wrights at third, Bernie Carbo in right field, Bus, or Busey, I'm not sure, at shortstop, and of course the pitcher, Bob Gibson. For our Pittsburgh squad, we'll have Steve Blass on the mound. He's backed by a lineup of Rennie Stennett at second base, Manny Sanguian in right, Al Oliver in center, Willie Stargell in left, Bob Robertson at first base, Richie Hebner at third, Gene Alley playing short, Milt May playing catcher, and of course, the pitcher, Steve Blass. This, of course, my memory serves correctly, following the untimely death of Roberto Clemente in the 72 offseason. So Pittsburgh coming in with a pall over the team as we begin. Little play ball for you. We'll get one national anthem in, and then we'll move on with the day.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I should really be taking my hat off during the national anthem, but with the headphones and everything else on, I forgot about it. Well, here we are at Three Rivers Stadium. Steve Blass on the mound for the Pirates. 3-9 That's not a misprint, a 9.90 ERA. 88 innings pitched, 109 hits, 84 walks, only 27 strikeouts, and 11 home runs allowed. Lou Brock, going to be leading all four of the Cardinals. Brock's 297 with 7 homers and 63 RBIs in 1973. 71 walks, 70 stolen bases. Brock, a dangerous player. And we're going to see if we can handle this St. Louis Ball Club. We're ready to go. Blast with the first pitch to Brock. That's a grounder toward Alley at short. Scoopson fires it to first. Robertson for the out. That brings up second baseman Sizemore, 282, 1 homer, 54 runs batted in, with 1 out for St. Louis. Blast ready to pitch. That's a sharp grounder to the left side, and that's going to be through. Stargell retrieves it and throws it into second, but Sizemore's on at first with a base hit. That will bring up Jose Cruz. Cruz, 227, 10 homers, and 57 ribbies on the season in 73. Sizemore, a 45% chance to steal. We're only controlling Pittsburgh, so all I can do is pitch. Blast. Pitches to Cruz. This one's lifted out into right center. Oliver races over Sanguillen coming hard. They collide. Oliver picks the ball up and fires it in. Sizemore only makes it to third. He held up and thought that ball might be caught. Hey, Jester, how you doing? I don't think that's a good ERA for any year. Yeah, that's up there, man. More than a run an inning is going to be a rough game as we're controlling the Pirates. But thanks for stopping by, man. All right, so Joe Torre coming up to bat. He's playing first today. 287 average, 13 homers, 69 ribbies in full-time play. A good on-base percentage for Torre. And Blass will pitch to him with runners at first and second here in the first. The pitch, a grounder toward the hole again on the left side. That's going to get at least 1 run in. Sizemore scores. Cruz comes around to score, and Torre's got a 2-run single. And right away, the St. Louis Cardinals have a 2-0 lead with just 1 out here in the first against my Pittsburgh Pirates. It's really my Pittsburgh Pirates because I control all the home teams. You're enjoying it? Good. I'm glad, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, Torre, halfway decent chance at stealing a bag, although he's probably only a 3% chance of getting a lead. Now we have Ted Simmons coming up to bat. Simmons, a solid hitter. 310, 13 homers, and 91 ribbies expected in 73. We'll see how he does here on opening day against Steve Blass, who at least has a really good hold rating. They're going to hit and run. That's a chopper to the right side. Robertson takes it to the bag himself. Torre's going to move to second. And that's 2 away. Oh, you're a big Cardinals fan. Well, they're going to beat the crap out of me, probably. Unless Blass gets really lucky. So Ken Wright's coming up. Wright's 235, 6 homers, and 42 ribbies in 73. Blass ready to go with 2 outs and Torre on second. Bernie Carbo on deck. It's in on the wrist. Ken tried to hold up. And he does. Gets base on balls from Blass. So first and second to Carbo. Carbo 286, 8 home runs, 40 runs batted in. More walks than strikeouts, which is always nice to see if you're a hitter. Carbo tugging on his batting gloves as he waits for the pitch from Blass. Here it is. A chopper down toward the left side again. This one might have eyes. It's picked by Alley, fires in first, not in time, and Carbo's got himself an infield base hit. The Cardinals have the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the first inning. And coming up, Ray Busey, or Bussey, I forget. It could just be Bus. I think it's Busey, though. Ray, a 126 hitter with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs in limited action in 73. He's got a chance to make a big impression here on opening day. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, a clutch base hit would be huge. 3 on, 2 outs, top of the first. Blass peers in for the sign, and here's the pitch. This one is lofted to left field toward Stargell. It's going back, it's deep. He was waiting for it. Starts turning. This one's going. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. 126 hitting Ray Busey has just hit a grand slam home run off of Steve Blass in the first inning, and Blass is already done for the day. You can't script this, folks. The Cardinals are up 6-0, and there's still an out to go here in the first. We're going to let Blass pitch to the pitcher, Bob Gibson. See if he can at least complete the inning. Gibson, a 185 hitter. He did hit 2 homers and 8 ribbies in 73. And here is a line drive towards Startle in left. Another base hit, and Blass is real tired now. So, looks like we're going to be lifting Blass right away. And we're going to have to find somebody who can eat some innings up. It's not going to be him. McKee. We're not going to waste Giusti. We're not going to waste Hernandez. 126 hitter with a grand slam. He make a big impression. There you go. He did, didn't he? Poor guy. You think he's going to get some playing time this year. Walker, maybe? Do I have a 4? You're my 4, huh? You're my 4 from the pen. So we're going to bring in Rooker. A left-hander. To pitch for Blass, who does not make it out of the first inning. Rooker 10-6 with 5 saves. He had 16 starts, I believe. 2.86 ERA, 170 innings pitched, 143 hits, 52 walks, 122 strikeouts, and 12 homers. Rooker will try to keep this score right where it is and give his ball club a chance to bat their way back into it. But Lou Brock, batting for the second time here in the first, he's 0 for 1 on the season and the inning and the day. So Gibson being held at first for some reason. And Rooker ready to pitch to Brock. He soft liner to left, drops in for a base hit. But Brock slips, making the turn. Stargell fires it back in, and Brock is diving back to the bag, and he's nailed. So that's a single. And Brock is picked off at second. Figure that one out. So another base hit for the Cardinals, but a base running error by over-aggressive. So I'm playing the entire 73 season. My plan is to play every game, although I'm probably not going to play them at this pace. A lot of them I'll speed up, take the play-by-play off, and that sort of thing. And I'm going to play them all as the home team, with the exception of the Yankees and the Mets. I'm a New Yorker by birth, and a Yankee fan at heart. So I will play all of the Yankees and Mets games, regardless of whether they're home or away. Everybody else I'll be playing as the home team. So in this case, I get the unenviable task of backing Pittsburgh in this 6-0 hole. So, Bob Gibson takes the mound for the Cardinals in 73 on opening day. He's 12-10, a 2.77 ERA, 159 hits, and 195 innings pitched, 57 walks, 142 strikeouts, and 12 homers. He's going to face off against Rennie Stennett to lead things off. Stennett, 242 batter, 10 homers and 55 RBIs, only 16 walks. An interesting leadoff choice for the Pirates. Oh, Gibson's ready, Stennett's ready. Let's get this party started and see if the Pirates can hit their way back into this game. That's a grounder toward the left side. Wrights looks like he'll handle it. Snares easily, throws to first, and Stennett is out by a step. So with one down, Manny Sanguillen steps up to the plate. 282, 12 homers, and 65 RBIs for the right fielder for Pittsburgh. Again, only 17 walks. These guys like to swing the bat, don't they? Yeah, it will be a big project, Jester. Thank you very much. Need content for the channel, man. I'll play a few games at a time, and then once we hit a pace, most likely I'll play a slate of games each night, like either National or American League, concentrating on just 1 or 2 games, and playing out the rest pretty quickly. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna play it by ear and just have fun with it. And if it takes a long time, it takes a long time. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. So, Sanguillen in the plate. Gibson ready to pitch with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Sanguian lofts this one out toward right field. Carbo's going to be ranging over. Medium fly ball. Carbo grabs it for the second out. And Al Oliver will step up to the plate. Oliver, a solid season in 73. 292, 20 home runs, 99 RBIs. The Pirates, of course, mourning the death of the great Roberto Clemente as they start the 73 season. So Gibson ready to go. Oliver in the box. The lefty waves the bat. Waits for the pitch. Makes solid contact. Is going to hit this one out toward Cruz in center field. Cruz camps under it and makes the play for the final out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Gibson here in the first. And the Cardinals will come back up with a 6-0 lead to start the second. Here's Tom Sizemore. Ted Sizemore, excuse me. Tom Sizemore, whole different guy. That guy's an actor. I have no idea if they're related. Never thought about it. Ted Sizemore doesn't come up in common conversation very often anymore. So anyway, Rooker ready to pitch, and Sizemore 1 for 1 on the day with a run scored, as is pretty much everybody else in the St. Louis lineup. Rooker with the pitch. That's a ground ball toward Robertson on the right side. One hopper, and he steps on the bag for the out. So that'll bring up Jose Cruz, also 1 for 1 today with a double. Rooker ready to pitch with 1 out. Jim looking in at May. And here's ball 4. Rooker didn't like the call and barks at the umpire. But Cruz takes first regardless of his objections. So Cruz is on first, and that'll bring up Torre, 1 for 1, a 2-run base hit back in the first inning. That seems so long ago, it was just last inning. Torre ready for the pitch. Rooker deals. And that is a line drive to the left side. A base hit for Torre. Kessel puts up the stop sign, and Julio Cruz will have to stop at second base. He listens to the coach, so now it's first and second. 1 out, and Simmons coming to bat. One of the few Cardinals who did not get a hit in the first inning. Simmons 0 for 1 would like to rectify the error of his ways against Rooker. Rooker set. The lefty deals to Simmons, who puts this one in the air to right field towards Sanguian. Sanguian, big shoes to fill. He got under it just a little bit. Sanguian back at it. Waves under it and makes the easy catch. And that's the second out of the inning. We'll bring up Ken Wrights. Wrights, I believe, walked his first time up against Blass. With 2 outs and runners at first and second, he'll try to pad that St. Louis 6-0 lead if he can. Rooker with the pitch, and Wrights. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. That is a strikeout. So, nothing going for St. Louis. 2 men left on, and after 1.5, it's 6-0 Cardinals. Gibson will face Stargell, Roberts, and Hebner here in the second. Willie Stargell, 44 homers and 119 RBIs to go with a .299 average, 80 walks, and 129 Ks. Willie can get things done. In fact, he was the actual MVP in real life in 73. Let's see how he does against Gibson to start things off. That's a ground ball towards Sizemore. Plays it on 1 bounce over to Torre, and that's the first out of the inning. Gibson looking sharp to start the game today. Oh, that brings up Bob Robertson. Big Bob, 239, 14 homers, 40 RBIs. He's got pretty good power, and he knows how to take a pitch when he needs to. 55 walks and just under 400 ABs. So, Gibson ready, and here comes Robertson. The pitch. That's a line drive toward Busey. Busey jumps and makes a great catch. Brings it down out of the sky. And that's the second out. So, Richie Hebner coming up to bat. 271, 25 homers, 74 RBIs for Richie. 56 walks and just 60 strikeouts, so pretty good ratio there. He'll try to get things going with 2 outs here for Pittsburgh in the bottom of the second. Gibson ready to pitch. The right-hander delivers, and this one's lofted out towards center field. Hit on a line toward Cruz. Cruz circles under it and makes the play for the third out, and another 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals and Gibson. They come to bat in the top of the third, still with that 6-0 lead. Here's Bernie Carbo to lead it off for the Cardinals against Rooker. 1 for 1 with a run scored as part of that big first inning. Rooker ready to pitch. The lefty delivers. And that's a strike 3. Carbo was frozen, did not expect that curveball to slip over the outside corner like that. And there's one down. Here's Busey. He's 1 for 1 with a grand slam home run in the first inning. He probably won't do that well the entire rest of the season, considering he had 5 actual RBIs in 1973. But anyway, he's 1 for 1 with that homer. He's enjoying the moment, and Rooker's ready to pitch to the right-hander. One down. Ray waiting. Puts this one in the air toward right field. Out toward Sanguian. He goes the other way with it. It's juiced to deep right. Sanguian's racing hard. He dives, and he's got it. A beautiful play. Diving catch by Manny Sanguian for the second out of the inning to rob Busey of his second base hit of the day. Kid swinging the bat well, though, and with 2 outs, Bob Gibson comes up to the plate. Even Gibson had a hit back in the first, a single. Rooker with the pitch to the right-handed Gibson. And he gets under this one, out toward Alley at short. Alley's running back, reaches up, and makes the play with his back to the infield. Nice play by Gene Alley to retire the side. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Pittsburgh still trying to make a dent in that 6-0 lead. They have yet to get a man on base. It'll be Alley, May, and Rooker, the bottom of the order. Gene Alley, a .203 hitter, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs in 73. Gibson ready to pitch. Busey for MVP of the season. There you go. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Alley sits down. Gibson's first strikeout of the day, and here's the catcher, Milt May, 269, 7 home runs, and 31 RBIs. More walks than strikeouts again. Something you just don't see too often anymore, folks, especially in these part-time players, but Milt May knows how to get the job done. He heads to the plate. A tough assignment today against Bob Gibson. And you know these Pittsburgh batters are pressing. Well, May presses this one out toward Carbo in right field. He didn't want to swing. Sizemore races with his back to the infield. And this one's an excuse me single. It falls in the middle of everybody. Behind Sizemore, in front of Carbo, and May's got the first base hit against Gibson. Well, that brings up Rooker. I don't really like seeing Rooker hit often, but he's a .245 hitter. 5 RBIs in limited action. And a pretty good bunter. But with a 6-0 lead, he's probably going to try to get an actual base hit. It's too early to pinch hit against them. They need to stretch him out and get some innings out of him. Well, Rooker does a good job. Gets a bat on the ball and drives it out toward Brock and left. Brock drifts over. He's under it, and he'll make the easy play to retire Rooker. But 2 down, May still at first, and Rennie Stennett will come up 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out his first time up. Gibson getting ready to go. The pitch. And Stennett rips this one down the line toward left. This one's deep. Rocks at the warning track. The ball is hooking. It stays fair. It's a home run. Pittsburgh fans are on their feet as their ball club has scored against Bob Gibson. Just when you thought all hope was lost, Pittsburgh shows they have some life in them and cut this lead by 2. It's now a 6-2 game, and Manny Sanguian coming up. A big congratulations for Stennett at home plate as Sanguian steps into the box, a smile on his face, looking like it's ready. Oh, boy. Looking like he's ready to go. Okay. I'm getting a ton of notifications for some reason right now. Please stop it. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sanguian steps in. Pittsburgh has a little bit of life now. They're trailing just by 4. That's still a big mountain to climb against the savvy veteran Gibson, but Sanguian is up to the task. He bats this one on the ball. Bats this one on the ground toward left. 2 Harper to rights. He throws over to first, and Sanguian is retired. But the Pirates get 2 on the home run. And suddenly, we have a ball game. The top of the order for St. Louis here in the 4th. It'll be Brock. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Lofts this one out to left field. Toward Stargell. It's hit well. But Stargell wanders under it and makes an easy catch for the first out. Here's Sizemore, 1 for 2 so far. Right down the middle, strike 3 for Rooker. Nice pitch. He froze him. And 2 quick outs here. Jose Cruz coming up. Rooker pitches, Cruz ready. And Cruz will sit down. He bat lever left his shoulder as he stares at a pitch over the outside corner. A 1-2-3 inning for Rooker to keep his team alive. And it'll be Oliver, Stargell, and Roberts for Pittsburgh against Gibson here in the 4th. Here's Al Oliver. Blew out his first time up. He's ready for Gibson to pitch. The right-hander deals. And Oliver smashes this one toward Busey at short. Busey scoops it up over to first for the first out. We'll bring up Willie Stargell. He grounded out. Back into second. Gibson ready. The pitch. Stargell swing and a miss. Nice curveball, and he is out for the second out. That brings up good Bob Robertson. Good Bob with the mustache ready to swing the bat. Gibson deals with 2 outs. And Robertson swings over the top. Strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Gibson. And this one's moving right along. We're in the top of the 5th now. Torrey, Simmons, and Wrights due up against Rooker. Rooker entering his 4th full inning of work. He actually came in at the end of the 1st. They'd love to get him through 5 before they go to the pen. Rooker deals to Torrey. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Rooker cruising right along here. He's only allowed 2 hits and struck out 5 in 4+ innings of work now. And it's Ted Simmons coming to the plate. Simmons 0 for 2. Reach for the pitch from Rooker. This is a line drive through the hole into the left side. It's good for a single. Stargell cuts it off and gets it in quickly, and Simmons will be held to first. That brings up Wrights 0 for 1 with a run scored today. Rooker'd love to get a ground ball double play. The lefty deals to Wrights. This one's lofted in the air to right towards Sanguillen. Sanguillen glides under it, loses sight of it in the sun, but has it again and makes the catch for the second out. That'll bring up Bernie Carbo. 1 on, 2 men out, and Carbo 1 for 2 on the day. Waits for the pitch from Rooker. There it is. A line drive to the left side. That's going to be through for base hit for Carbo. And they will hold Simmons at second with 2 outs. And here comes Busey again. He's hit the ball hard twice. That grand slam back in the 1st. And was robbed by Sanguillen in the 3rd. He's ready to go in against Rooker. Rooker pitches. This one's lined toward Alley at short. He makes a great catch. Really nice play by Gene Alley to retire the side. So 2 left on. It's still 6-2 St. Louis as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Hebner, Alley, and May due up for Pittsburgh, and Gibson ready to deal to 0-1 Richie Hebner. Hebner flew out his first time up. Contrary to popular belief, Hebner did not go on to become a referee in the WWE. That's Earl Hebner. Whole different guy. Well, this one's grounded out to Busey. Quickly over to Torrey for the first out. Here's Gene Alley, also 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch from Gibson. And he'll shoot this one out towards center, where Cruz is roaming. Cruz takes his time, drifts under it, and makes the play for the second out. That brings up Milt May. May 1 for 1 with a run scored today. And he's ready to go. Gibson has the sign. The delivery to May. A grounder back toward the middle. Busey grabs it over to first in time. A 6-3 for the final out of the inning. So, it looks like we're going to see if we get one more inning out of Rooker. What the hell? He's pitching well, and he's got to face Gibson, Brock, and Sizemore. Probably 1 base hit, and he's going to be done. Here's Bob Gibson to the plate. Bob pitching well today. Not hitting so well. Strike 3. He's down for the first out. That brings up Brock. He's 1 for 3. A single, a ground out, and a flyout on the day. Lou, a Southern University player, before signing with the Cubs in 1960. Waits for the pitch from Rooker. And Rooker fools him badly. A swing and a miss, strike 3, the 7th strikeout for Rooker. He's pitching very well. in relief of Blass. And with 2 outs, Sizemore comes to the plate. 1 for 3 and a run scored today for Ted Sizemore. He waits for the pitch from Rooker. Makes contact, down towards Stennett at second. Stennett stares it, does the 360, and beats him by a step for the out. So St. Louis retired again, 1-2-3. And it's Rooker due to hit, followed by Stennett and Sanguian. But it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Rooker to try to get something going for the Pittsburgh Pirates offense against a very nearly indomitable Bob Gibson. So, who are our options? Gibson's a righty. We only have 1 lefty on the bench. That's Davalillo. Fortunately, everybody hits well against righties. So, Cash at 271, 328, 327. Richie Zisk, pretty good on base for Zisk. Zisk is probably our best option. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring in Zisk to hit for Rooker. And he steps to the plate to bat against Gibson to lead off the 6th. Gibson ready. The pitch. High. Zisk takes his time and works out a walk. Zisk, not a stealing threat, but Rennie Stennett, a pretty good hitter coming up next. They have to get something going. They're going to need to get some hits off Gibson. He's given up only 2 thus far on the day. Oh, there's a base hit. To left for Stennett. We're actually not going to send Zisk to third because we need a lot more runs than just 1. So Stennett with a base hit. It's first and second now, and Manny Sanguian comes to the plate. Sanguian with good occasional power, and good power to the gaps. He hits a lot of doubles. This one, a hard line drive right at Busey at short. And he has no problem making the catch. Everybody stands really still and stands on the bags as Busey makes the first out. So Oliver coming up, 0 for 2 on the day, the lefty to face the righty. Now Oliver, good power. Would love to catch a hold of a Gibson mistake here. Well, he fights this one off. Out toward Brock and left. It's very deep, though. Brock racing over, tries for the catch, back against the fence and grabs it for the 2nd out of the inning. That's the kind of action you see here at Strat Baseball History, ladies and gentlemen. Lou Brock ran that one down in a hurry, all the way to the wall, and pulled it in for the 2nd out. So Willie Stargell, the big slugger for Pittsburgh, comes up. This is a crucial point for Gibson. If he can get Stargell, he may have an easy way through the rest of the game. So Stargell up, 2 out, 2 on, and Gibson ready to pitch. Stargell, a very good clutch hitter. And that one gets away. So Stennett and Zisk are going to move up on the pass ball by Simmons. It bounced off his mitt. And Stargell makes no difference to him. He just wants to see another pitch. Makes it so a base hit could bring home both runners now. Well, there's a hard ground ball to the right side. It's through. Zisk throws from third. Stennett stops at third as Carbo gets the ball in quickly. But Stargell with an RBI base hit. And it's now 6-3 Pittsburgh, and here comes Bob Robertson. Robertson, pretty good power, and he represents the tying run right now. Gibson with the pitch. This one's hit out toward Cruz in center. The crowd goes quiet. Wait, it's pretty deep, folks. That's for extra bases. It's over Cruz's head. Stennett scores, and 50% chance to score. Stargell all the way from first, 50%. 2 outs. Who's coming up next? Hebner with 25 homers. Oh, man. Yeah, it's early enough that we're going to have to take the chance. Try to bring it within 1. Mazegrowski's waving him home. Here's the play at the plate, and Stargell is out. We lost the coin flip, ladies and gentlemen. Stargell thrown out by Cruz at home. But Pittsburgh picks up 2 big runs, and they're back in this game. It's now 6-4 as we head to the 7th. They will need a new pitcher. Let's see who's coming up. Cruz a lefty, Torrey a righty, and Simmons a switch hitter. So we prefer a lefty if we have a good one. The only option's Walker. The only lefty option is Walker. Mostly a starter. It's early for Juicy. We'll go to Hernandez. Yeah, Hernandez is lefty. We're going to go to Hernandez. Hernandez will come in. Does this play first at all? No, he does not. Alright. We're not going to do double switch. It's going to be Hernandez in for Zisk. You face the 3-4-5 hitters of St. Louis. So Hernandez is on. Ramon Hernandez, 4-5, 11 saves, a 2.42 ERA, 71 hits allowed on 89 innings pitched, 25 walks, 64 Ks, and 5 home runs. He will face Jose Cruz now. Cruz steps up to the plate, 1 for 2 today. And Hernandez gets him on strikes for the first out. 1 gone for St. Louis, and Torrey comes up, 2 base hits on the day, 2 runs driven in. And he hit Torrey. Torrey takes his time jogging down to first. He didn't really move, took that one to get on base. Still a comeback for the Pirates so far, and against Gibson, which makes it even more impressive, yeah. The hitting's been pretty clutch and timely. They had their right guys on at the right time, so we'll see how the rest of the game goes. Right now, Hernandez is going to have to stop Ted Simmons from making this a potentially big inning, so Torrey on first, Simmons at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day, and Ramon Hernandez ready to go. He holds Torrey pretty close. It's back on the rubber and is ready to pitch to Simmons now. Big slow curve for strike 3. Simmons never got the bat moving, and Ken Wrights will come up with 2 down now. Wrights 0 for 2 with a run scored on the day. Hernandez with the pitch. Medium foul ball toward the first base dugout. May gives chase, as does Robertson, but nobody can get to it, and Wrights will step back in for another pitch. This one's driven out toward left. Stargell shouldn't have a problem. Oh, I'm lying. He drops in front of Stargell. He was playing pretty deep, apparently. And gets it back in quickly, and it'll be first and second. Excuse me for 1 second. Not used to doing quite this much talking in one day. I've recorded a couple videos for future play as well today, so. And it's allergy season, folks. But anyway, 2 men on now against Hernandez. Bernie Carbo comes up in the clutch. First and second, 2 outs, and Hernandez to deal to Carbo. Hernandez pitching to the lefty. Down and away. Oh no, it's called a strike. He caught the corner, and Carbo is retired. Whose nickname was No Neck? Wait, I know this one. Now, Dykstra was Nails. Shucks. Not actually sure. Let's find out. Walt Williams. Nope, don't know Walt Williams. I've heard the nickname No Neck before. Maybe that's the only way I know Walt Williams. In any case, Gibson comes out for the 7th. He'll be pitching to Hebner, Alley, and May. Hebner 0 for 2 on the day. Steps in, the lefty, set against the righty Gibson. He doesn't have 25 homers this year. This is the first game of the season. But Strat doesn't seem to know that. Well, Hebner gets a hold of this one. Drives it out to right toward Carbo. Carbo gets under it for the first out. So the shortstop, Gene Alley, coming up 0 for 2 on the day. Nobody on, one away. Gibson to deal to Alley. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3, the 4th strikeout for Gibson. And Milt May will come to bat with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. You almost don't want May to get on because you don't want to pinch hit for Hernandez. You'd like him to get at least one more inning. Well, May slams a sharp ground ball toward Torrey. Torrey races to first and beats May for the final out of the inning. So they get their wish, sort of. You'd always rather have a base runner, but Hernandez comes out to face Busey of the big first inning Grand Slam fame. Hernandez ready and pitches. Busey drives this one right back up the middle. Alley behind second. Nice pickup. Turns and fires and beats Busey to the bag. 1 down. So here comes Gibson. Bob may have given up a couple of runs, but he is not coming out of the game. Hernandez ready to pitch to the right-handed Gibson. It's a grounder on the ground towards short. Alley takes a bad bounce but stays with it and throws over to first to nib Gibson for the second out. That brings up Brock, 1 for 4 on the day. Hernandez to the lefty Brock. Brock goes with the pitch. Shoots it out to left Stargell. Stargell backs up a little bit and pulls it in for the third out. So we're in the 8th, folks. Going to the bottom half. And Gibson going to pitch to Hernandez due up, Stennett and Sanguillen, but we're going to see a pinch hitter for Hernandez. Let's see who it's going to be. Need somebody who can get on base here, folks. Highest OBP probably wins. Goggin, huh? Goggin's a 332. Is Goggin the backup catcher by chance? Oh, Goggin's a scrappy little utility guy who's also the backup catcher. But we ain't doing it, folks, but we got to try to win the game, so Goggin's going to come in and bat for Hernandez. Gibson ready to deal. Goggin will bat left. He's a switch hitter. 297, no homers, 7 RBIs in limited play in 73. Gibson ready to go. Strike 3. Goggin looked like he got the bat off, but took the pitch on the black. A perfect pitch by Gibson for the first out. So 1 down, and here's Rennie Stennett. Gibson deals to Stennett. It's a ground ball to the right side. Gibson picks up the comebacker. Throws over to Torrey for the second out. Now it's Sanguillen, 0 for 3 on the day. The bottom of the 8th, 2 men down. Gibson deals to Sanguillen. Sanguillen with a line drive toward Busey. Busey right there and retires Sanguillen. So that'll be all for Pittsburgh. They only have 1 chance left, assuming they can hold the Cardinals right where they are. Hey, Sports Time Machine, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. Alright, so we need a pitcher to face Sizemore, Cruz, and Torrey. We can go with Giusti, we can go with Johnson. We're not going to go with Walker. We're not going to go with McKee. We're actually going to go with Giusti here because they've had a nice comeback. They have a chance. It's 1 inning. And they won't need him for the save. They're either going to win it walking away or not. So Giusti takes the mound to pitch to Ted Sizemore. 1 for 4 and a run on the day. Cruz waiting on deck. Here's the pitch from Giusti. And that's a chopper through the left side. Going to be Sizemore's second hit of the day. And now we have Jose Cruz coming up. Cruz 1 for 3 with a double. He also walked. He struck out his last 2 times. the Puerto Rican native, ready for the pitch from Giusti. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Went chasing the high cheese and couldn't catch up, so 1 down, and here's Torrey. Had a productive day at the plate, 2 for 3, 2 runs batted in, Sizemore down at first. Giusti trying to keep the St. Louis lead right where it is. Here's a line drive to left. Stargell picks it up, fires to third, but Sizemore beats the throw. He's in safely. And now it is first and third with just 1 out. Do they bring the infield in? Not with Ted Simmons at bat, I don't think they do. They're going to play back for the double play. I show the animation of the dice. I usually don't play with it, but that's a good idea. Maybe I'll set it up for next time. So, Simmons at bat. We really can't afford to give up another run. What's his ground ball double play chances? 14.4. So if we bring the infield in, they're going to go way down. Down to 11.6. That's actually not a huge problem. His on base goes up about 30%, so, or about 3% actually, from 314 to 342. So we lose the 3% double play. Yeah, they're going to play him back for the double play. That was my first instinct. Giusti going to try to induce it, hopefully. Giusti holds Torrey close. And Simmons gets ready with rights in the on-deck circle. Giusti with the pitch. It's a hard line drive out towards Sanguillen. Sanguillen will not get to it. Scoops up and fires it in. Everybody moves up one base, and St. Louis adds a run. Now leads 7-4. Not the job Giusti wanted to do. Well, now he's got first and second, only 1 man out, and Wright's coming to the plate. It's 1 for 3 on the day. Single his last time up off Hernandez. Giusti really needs a ground ball double play to get out of this inning. Oh, this one's going to be in the air. Out toward left center field. Oliver on his horse. It one-hops the fence. Corrals the ball. And Wrights is going to have himself a 2-run triple. And it looks like it's not Giusti's day today, folks. He's given up 3 runs and only gotten 1 out. So we're going to go ahead and put the mop-up crew in. It's going to be Jack McKee. Relieving Giusti, trying to save a little bit of his energy. And Bernie Carbo comes to the plate, 2 for 4 with 1 run. Pittsburgh was trying to make a comeback, but it looks like their day's going to be over, folks. McKee's pitch to Carbo. Shoots this one to deep center, out toward Oliver. Oliver drifts under it, makes a catch and trips. Wrights is able to score on the sac fly, and it's now 10-4. 4 big runs for the Cardinals here in the 9th. Putting this game all but out of reach. And the star of the day so far, Ray Busey. His first inning grand slam set the tone for the Cardinals on the day. He's hit the ball hard. 3 out of 4 times. McKee deals. A wicked breaking ball out of the strike zone. Busey checks his swing. The appeal, and a first base ump calls him out. So Busey strikes out. Pittsburgh coming up at the bottom of the 9th against Gibson with the center of the order, 3-4-5, Oliver, Stargell, and Roberts. They've got 6 runs to make up, and they'll give it their best shot. Al Oliver, 0 for 3 on the day against Gibson. 2 flyouts and a ground out. He waits for the pitch. Turns this one around toward Cruz in center. Looks medium deep. Cruz drifts over. He's under it and makes the first out. Well, there's one away, and Willie Stargell coming up. Stargell 1 for 3 with a ribby single his last time up. Gibson, ready to pitch. And strikes Stargell out. His 6th strikeout of the day. So the Pirates are down to their final out, and it'll be Bob Robertson coming to the plate. Big Bob 1 for 3 with a double. Back in the 6th. Drove in a run. Ready for the pitch from Gibson. Hits this one on the ground toward Busey, whose name I've said a lot today. Moves in front of it, takes a bad bounce, stays with it, over to Robertson. Over to Torrey to nip Robertson at first, and that will wrap up the game, folks. A 1-2-3 ninth inning for Bob Gibson. He gets the win. Of course, the loser is going to be, who's it, Blass? Yes. It was indeed Steve Blass, who went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, and 81 ERA as he walks out of this one. And our player of the game, Ray Busey, with a first-inning grand slam that really set the tone for the rest of the day. Yeah, that Cardinal explosion in the ninth against Giusti surprised me, but what are you going to do? Giusti pitches 1/3 of an inning, gives up 4 base hits and 4 earned runs for a 108 ERA. Rooker pitched fantastic in relief, allowed just 4 hits in 5 1/3 innings to keep them in it. Struck out 7, but ultimately it was Gibson who was just too good. He buckled down when he needed to, got the outs when he really needed them, and kept Pittsburgh from coming back in this game. So that is the first game of our doubleheader tonight. I think we got time for one more. Rooker was really nice, yeah. He did a great job. Our second day game for the National League today. Actually, our third, but we played one in an earlier video. Is going to be Steve Carlton and the Philadelphia Phillies visiting Tom Seaver and the New York Mets. Yeah, that NL East is pretty crazy. The Mets 1 game over 500 and winning the division in real life over St. Louis. So, but we'll get started with I'll be managing the Mets versus Carlton and the Phillies. The opening day lineup for Philadelphia behind Carlton is going to be Larry Bowa at short, Del Unser at center, Willie Montanez in right. I think it's Tim Hutton at first, Greg Luzinski in left, Jose Pagan at third, somebody named Ryan at catcher, Denny Doyle at second, and Carlton the pitcher. The lineup for opening day for the Mets: Bud Harrelson at short, Felix Milan at second, Willie Mays in center, Rusty Staub in right, Cleon Jones in left, John Milner at first, Jim Fregosi playing third, and Duffy Dyer the catcher, backing up Seaver today. So, I tried to set the tone for the, thanks, Chester. I tried to set the tone for the 73 season with, you have Jackson and Rose, your 2 MVPs in their respective leagues, and 73 being the year Ryan struck out 383 batters and broke Koufax's record. So I wanted it to really feel like 73 when we logged in here. And I get a little bit of a headache here. Loosen this hat up a little. There we go. So without further ado, we'll play a little ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Here, thank you. And there's a really low-definition image of Shea. I have high-definition ballparks turned on, but it doesn't seem to be working. Let's see if I have to reinstall them or something. But in any case, welcome to Shea Stadium for opening day 1973. As the Mets take on the Phillies behind Tom Seaver on the mound, 19-10, a 2.08 ERA in 1973. Tom Terrific went for 290 innings pitched, 219 hits, 64 walks, 251 Ks, allowed 23 home runs. He's going to face the Philadelphia Phillies lineup, leading off for Philadelphia, Larry Bowa, the shortstop, 211, no homers, 23 ribbies. Let's see how Seaver does to start things off. Oh, there's a grounder. Right back to Seaver, over to Milner at first, in time, 1-3, and that's one quick out. It's Del Unser coming to bat, 289, 11 home runs, and 52 batted in for the Philadelphia Phillies center fielder. Seaver from USC shakes off the sign and walks Unser. Did not like that call by the home plate ump. But nonetheless, Unser is on at first, and that brings up Willie Montanez. Montanez, a good hitter, 263, 11 homers, 65 runs batted in. He'll face Seaver here, with 1 out and Unser on first. Seaver and Dyer seem to be disagreeing on signs today, but they got this one right. Montanez down, swinging for the second out. That'll bring up Tom Hutton, 263, 5 homers, and 29 runs batted in. You hate the image of Citi Field in the background. Yeah, I don't like this picture either. I'm probably going to go ahead and update some of these stadiums with high-definition images from, I don't know if you guys know Bill Daughtry's ballpark photos that you can get through StratFan Forum or through Daughtry's photo bucket site, but they're really nice, and I just have to take the time to replace them. Especially some of the older photos. He's got some really beautiful high-definition imagery that we can put into the game. In any case, with a mention to famous sports broadcaster Bill Daughtry, who's an avid Strat player, Tom Hutton comes to the plate. 2 down, Unser at first. Seaver on the rubber. Deals to Hutton. It's a ground ball to the right side. Miller comes up with it and throws it away. Oh, Hutton's going to end up at second, Unser at third, and now Seaver has to deal with the big man, Greg Luzinski, with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Luzinski, 285, 29 homers, 97 ribbies. Yeah, same guy, Sports Time Machine. That's exactly who it is. I don't know if you remember over at StratFan Forum, but he goes by B. Daughtry there, and is a big contributor to all 4 sports, especially in terms of some of the photographs he's taken over time to update some of the stadiums and stuff graphically for the game. But he's a huge Strat fan. Like I said, plays all 4 sports, but a big contributor in the baseball forum as well as the basketball forum. So, really nice guy. Very happy to talk about the game anytime. By the game, I mean Strat, but also sports. He's retired now. I remember he retired last year, I think. So Luzinski steps to the plate. He's got 2 ducks in scoring position, and he's going to deal with Seaver. Seaver, ready for Luzinski in this clutch moment. He deals. Luzinski hits the ball on the ground toward Harrelson. Harrelson, a good fielding shortstop, picks it up, throws over to first for the final out. So, Philadelphia can't get anything going. They leave 2 in the top of the first, and now Steve Carlton will take the mound. 13 and 20 and 73, a 3.90 ERA, plenty of innings for Carlton, 293, unfortunately just as many hits. 113 walks means he put 400 men plus on base in 293 innings. 223 Ks will balance that out a little bit, and 29 long balls will not help with the bases full of runners. So Bud Harrelson's going to lead it off against Carlton, 258, no homers, 20 RBIs. The pitch from Carlton. Harrelson's going to put this one out toward Unser in center. A Texas leaguer. Unser's moving, reaches down, and has to take it on a hop. So Bud Harrelson's on with a bloop single. And Felix Milan coming to the plate. Harrelson, a little bit of speed. Milan, a good hit and run man. But a better on-base percentage, 378. He originally from New Jersey, moved away around 99. Last time home was Thanksgiving, around 9/11. Okay, yeah, I grew up in the Bronx, but I live in Jersey now. Monmouth County, so. Married a Jersey girl, divorced her, and still hanging out around here, so. Until I win enough money to move to San Diego, I'm going to be hanging out in Jersey for a few more years. So. Harrelson first, Milan coming up. Like I said, Milan's OBP is too high for me to want to hit and run right now, so. Especially with Willie Mays on deck, even though I know he's a 40-something-year-old Mays. Milan pops this one up, and Ryan, the catcher, will handle it for the first out. So here's Mays. Willie in his last hurrah, 211, 6 homers, 25 ribbies in 1973. Still pretty good on base percentage. At least in this case against Carlton. Carlton gives up a lot of people on base. What's the hit and run chance like? No, he's a D hit and runner. Oh, we'll let Willie swing away. He gets this one on the air toward Luzinski and left. Blazinski moves over and one-hands it, almost drops it, and hangs on for the second out. Sir Harrelson stuck at first. Rusty Staub coming up. Mr. Met himself, 279, 15 homers, 76 runs batted in. 36 doubles for Staub, a nice number in 73. 74 walks to only 52 strikeouts, so Rusty, a professional hitter who knows how to do his job. Ready for the pitch from Carlton. And he gets this one in the air towards center. He drives this one over Unser's head. Unser backing up quickly, rights himself, and recovers to make the grab. He ran that one down. Wow, great play by Unser in center for Philadelphia. So no score for the Mets. They leave one. And the Phillies coming back to bat against Seaver. It'll be Pagan, Ryan, and Doyle. Seaver ready to go, and here's Jose Pagan. 205, no homers, and 5 ribbies, and 78 at-bats in 73. Here's Seaver with the pitch. A swing and a miss. Struck him out on a fastball. Seaver's second strikeout. And that brings up Mike Ryan, the catcher. 232, 1 homer, 5 RBIs. In 69 plate appearances. Or 69 at-bats, excuse me. Seaver right over the outside corner. Inside corner, excuse me. The game contradicts me. Yeah, I just because it's opening day Sports Time Machine, I'm just letting it play out. I'll be minimizing a lot of stuff as the season moves on. But I like opening day to be a little special when I start a replay. So I leave all the bells and whistles on for now. Don't worry, we'll move things along quite a bit as the season goes on. So Denny Doyle stepping in to face Seaver with 2 outs. 273, 3 homers, 26 ribbies. The pitch from Seaver, and Doyle swing and a miss. So Seaver strikes out the side. 4 strikeouts on the day for him. And it's going to be Cleon Jones leading off against Carlton. Jones 260, 11, and 48 in 73. Carlton with the pitch, the lefty to Jones, on the ground back toward Boa. A good fielding shortstop. Boa wings it quickly to Hutton and beats Jones to the bag by a step for the first out. That's going to bring up John Milner. Milner, good power, 239, 23 homers, 72 RBIs. He does get his fair share of walks to make up for that 239 batting average. Carlton deals to the lefty Milner. And Milner takes this one in the air. He slams this one out toward right field. Montanez is on his horse. He's on the warning track. He jumps. He makes the play. Takes a base hit, maybe a home run, away from Milner for the second out. And that's going to bring up Jim Fregosi for the Mets. 234, no homers, 11 ribbies. Carlton ready to deal with 2 outs. The pitch to Fregosi. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Carlton's first strikeout. And that's the inning. So 1, 2, 3. The Mets leave nothing, and at the end of 2, it's no score. Phillies coming to bat. It'll be Carlton, followed by Boa and Unser. Carlton exactly 100 at bats. He batted 160 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs in 73. Seaver ready to deal to Carlton. He should come right after him, and he does. And Carlton turns this one around toward Mays. Mays drifting over. He's under it, and easy out. 1 down, and here's Boa. Grounded out his first time up. Tom Terrific ready. The pitch. Strike 3. Curve broke over the outside. Seaver's 5th on the day. Sit down, Boa, and with 2 outs, Unser comes to the plate. He walked against Seaver his first time up. Seaver deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. His 6th strikeout of the day. Unser looked foolish. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Phillies. The Mets are going to send up Dyer, Seaver, and Harrelson in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Duffy Dyer. 185, 1 homer, 9 RBIs. Fregosi making fans forget Nolan, what's his name? We'll see. So Dyer, getting ready for Carlton. The pitch. And there's another hook for strike 3. Dyer couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Carlton's second strikeout, keeping pace with Seaver thus far. And Tom will come up to bat. He's a 161 hitter, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, and gives Carlton the gift of his second strikeout. So 2 quick outs. And Carlton ready to deal to Bud Harrelson, who led off the game, or the first inning for the Mets with a single back in the first. Carlton deals. Harrelson does not get the bat off his shoulder. Carlton strikes out the side here in the third. And we've got a pitcher's duel going. Both pitchers have allowed just one hit and no runs. And Seaver will come out to face the Phillies in the top of the fourth. Montanez, Hutton, and Lazinski due up. Here's Montanez, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out the last time he saw Tom Terrific. Here's Seaver with the pitch. He's going to strike out again, his 7th on the day. That'll bring up Tom Hutton. He singled and went to second on an error back in the first. Seaver looking to take revenge. Nope. Ground ball down to Milner. A one-hopper. Milner steps on the bag for the second out. With 2 quick outs now, and Lazinski comes to plate. He grounded out his first time up, but he's always a power threat. Well, not if Seaver doesn't let him make contact. That's Seaver's 8th strikeout in 4 innings, ladies and gentlemen. A scoreless 1-2-3 inning for the Philadelphia Phillies, and the New York Mets coming to bat will send up Milan, Mays, and Staub in the 4th. Here's Felix, ready to face Carlton. He fouled out his first time up. Pops this one out toward Unser in center. Unser moves to his left and makes the catch. Oh, he bobbled it, but he grabbed it with his bare hand and saved the out, making things interesting in the outfield. Here is Willie Mays against Carlton. Blew out his first time up. His 22nd big league season, 19 All-Star games for the future Hall of Famer. The pitch from Carlton. Mays looks at it, and it's strike 3, 2 down. He doesn't get those calls like he used to, does he? Well, Carlton's just painting the corners right now, too, so with 2 down, it's Rusty Staub. He flew out his first time up. And Carlton with the pitch to the lefty Staub. Staub gets this one on the air toward right center field. It's going deep. Unser and Montanez going to have to run after it. Unser tracks it down, but Staub is into second standing up. He took a high changeup and just turned it around to the gap, so Staub has himself a double with 2 outs, and it's going to be Cleon Jones coming up. Jones 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. They decide to walk Jones. Look at that. Carlton would rather face the lefty Milner. So first and second now, 2 outs, and John Milner coming up. Milner has good power. Flew out his first time. Milner gets a hold of this one. High in the air to deep right center field. A hanging curveball. There's a high drive. It's going back. Forget about it, ladies and gentlemen. John Milner with a 3-run home run makes Carlton pay. And the New York Mets have seized a 3-0 lead here in the 4th. A 2-out rally has put them ahead, and Carlton shakes his head on the mound. What else can he do? Here's Jim Fregosi coming to the plate. Hoping to add to this Mets lead, he'd love to go back-to-back, but Fregosi has not hit a homer in 73. In real life, you never know what'll happen in the replay. Except he's probably got W power, so I doubt he can hit one. Well, hits one on the ground back to Carlton, over to Hutton for the 3rd out, but the damage is done. New York puts 3 big ones on the board thanks to the John Milner 3-run home run. And they take a 3-0 lead into the 5th, where Tom Terrific is dealing. 8 strikeouts so far. He'll face Pagan, Ryan, and Doyle. Pagan 0 for 1 on the day to face Seaver. At the knee, struck him out. Pagan didn't move. Was badly fooled by that pitch. It's Seaver's 9th strikeout on the day, and now Mike Ryan comes to the plate. Seaver ready. This one's grounded back up the box through the middle. Right into the waiting glove of Mays, and Ryan has himself a base hit. Ryan, not a speed threat, and Denny Doyle comes to the plate. Doyle 0 for 1 on the day. Seaver nursing the 3-0 lead here. And Doyle puts this one in the air towards Staub. This is hit well. It's down the line and right. Staub drifts over, right up against the fence. He still has some room and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So Doyle turned that one around pretty good. But to no avail. So Ryan on first. Carlton comes up to bat. Will they let him hit for himself in the 5th? Probably. Seaver going to come right after Carlton. Carlton makes a good showing of himself. Hits the whistle out toward Mays in center field. Mays ranges over, reaches up, and takes it down. So after 4.5, folks, we're halfway through, and the Mets lead 3-0. They'll be looking to add to it in the bottom of the 5th with Dyer, Seaver, and Harrelson. Going, gone, goodbye, says Ralph Kiner. That's right. Good, going, gone, goodbye. So Duffy Dyer comes to the plate for the New York Mets. 0 for 1 on the day. Carlton deals, and Dyer, ground ball toward Doyle, plays it on the bounce over to Hutton for the first out. So Seaver comes up. He struck out his first time up against Carlton. The pitch from Steve. It's a ground ball to the right side. Doyle makes a great play, but cannot make a throw, and Tom Seaver has himself an infield hit. Figure that one out. Well, believe this or not, Seaver has a 70% chance to seal. Well, he has a 6% chance of getting the lead, but we're going to go ahead and attempt it. Carlton steps off, and Seaver has to move back to first. Well, that chance is gone, and it's going to be Bud Harrelson coming up 1 for 2 to face Carlton again. Here's the pitch to Harrelson. Fastball down and away. It's a called third strike, and Harrelson sits down. Second out of the inning. Carlton now with 6 strikeouts. And other than the 3-run homer, he'd be matching Seaver. He'll have to hope for a 3-run shot of his own from one of his offensive guys, but right now he's got to hold Felix Milan off the base paths. Milan takes the Carlton pitch out to right. Montanez gliding over. Makes the catch a medium right, and that's the final out of the inning for the Mets. They leave 1 on and still lead 3-0 as we go to the 6th. It's going to be Boa, Unser, and Montanez to face Seaver. Larry Boa 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out his last time up. He'll bat left against Seaver. And Seaver deals. Ground ball to the right side. Left side, excuse me. Fregosi charges, fires to first, and retires Boa. 1 gone, and here's Unser. 0 for 1 with the base on balls. Back in the 1st inning. Tom Terrific ready to go. He deals. It's a line drive toward Milner. Doesn't have to move, just sticks out his glove. Channel 17 broadcast away team Harry Callis out of here for the Phillies. I probably heard some Harry Callis calls, but I never had the pleasure of hearing any of their broadcasts, so. Well, 2 down. Here in the 6th, Willie Montanez will come up to the plate to face Seaver. He struck out twice so far today, 0 for 2. Seaver will be looking to get him again. Tom delivers. And Montanez makes contact this time, but it's high in the air on the infield behind second. Milan should have an easy play, and he does. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Seaver's cruising through 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Mets having a 3-0 lead. The veteran 42-year-old Willie Mays will lead off 0 for 2 on the day. Here's a pitch from Carlton, and Mays swings and misses. Badly fooled on that one. Carlton's got his 7th strikeout of the day. He's now going to pitch to the lefty, Rusty Staub. Staub 1 for 2 with a double. Back in the 4th. Carlton deals. Staub makes contact, a chopper down toward Hutton at first. Takes it on 1 hop and flips to Carlton for the easy second out. So Cleon Jones will come up here with 2 outs. Intentional walk his last time up and scored a run on that big 3-run home run. Well, he gets a hold of this one. He's going to loft it out toward Unser in center. Unser circles under, and makes the play as we head to the 7th. The Mets still hanging on to that 3-0 lead. Tom Seaver will face Hutton, Lazinski, and Pagan, the heart of the Phillies order. Here's Tom Hutton. 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out his last time up against Seaver. Here's a pitch from Tom. To Tom, a ground ball toward Milan. He moves in front of it, takes a bad bounce, stays with it, over to Hutton at first, is retired. Milan did a good job on a bad ball there, and Lazinski will come to the plate 0 for 2 with a groundout and a strikeout his last time up. 11th round draft pick by the Phillies in 68. Lazinski is ready for the pitch. Here's a ground ball toward Milan again. A sharp grounder. Milan grabs it, throws to first, and Lazinski is retired. So 2 quick outs again for Seaver on 2 ground balls, and here's Pagan. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day. Mike Ryan on deck, probably. Seaver with the pitch. Strike 3, the 10th strikeout of the day for Tom. Named 2 of the 3 National League teams that Rogers Hornsby set a club record in batting average for. Well, one's got to be St. Louis Cardinals, right? Did Hornsby play for St. Louis? I think so. And the Pirates? No. Cubs and Braves. Okay. I had the Cardinals. I didn't know he played for the Braves or the Cubs. Not sure why I thought of Pirates. I'm thinking of somebody else, and it's not Hornsby. Anyway, back to the ballgame, folks. The Mets come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. John Milner has done all the damage for New York here tonight with a home run his last time up, a 3-run shot against Carlton that gave the Mets this 3-0 lead. It'll lead off the 7th, followed by Fregosi and Dyer. Carlton ready. The pitch. A beautiful curve, and Milner doesn't get the bat off his shoulder this time. Carlton's got him looking for his 8th strikeout of the day. We'll bring up Fregosi 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. The pitch. And ball 4. Fregosi has walked. Only the 2nd walk Carlton's issued on the day. Brings up Duffy Dyer. 0 for 2 himself. A strikeout and a groundout against Carlton on the day. This one he puts in the air toward Montanez in right field. A rainbow shot. Montanez reaches up and makes the easy catch. Never moved. Dyer hit the ball right to him, and that's going to bring up Seaver with 2 outs. And Fregosi on first. Carlton wastes no time and comes after Seaver. Grounder to second. Doyle comes up with it over the first for a 3rd out. So Carlton, despite the 3-run homer, keeping pace and keeping the Philadelphia Ball Club in this one. It's going to be Mike, Ryan, Doyle, and Carlton due up in the 8th against Seaver. We'll see if anybody gets pinch hit for. Seaver ready to go against Ryan, who's 1 for 2. Seaver has the sign, the wind-up and the pitch. It's a ground ball to the left side, and it's through. This goes through the infield. Jones retrieves it and throws it in, but Ryan is on with his 2nd base hit of the day. It's going to bring up Denny Doyle, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Seaver with the pitch to Doyle. It's a ground ball toward Harrelson. Taken by Harrelson, over to 2nd for 1, could be 2. No, Doyle beats the throw to first. And they'll pull the corners in as Carlton comes up to bat. See if there's a pinch hitter for him. He will. Deron Johnson comes out of dugout and comes up to bat against Seaver. Johnson, a 167 average, 1 homer and 5 RBIs, and 36 at-bats in 1973. He'll be looking to get something going against Seaver, who's got a shutout going here as we're in the 8th. Johnson waits for the pitch. Here it comes. And Johnson takes first on the walk. Good patience. And now Seaver's got to deal with Larry Boa with men on first and second. Boa represents the tying run. Fortunately, he hasn't had any home runs in 73. Unfortunately, they're going to bring up Bill Robinson. Robinson was waiting on the bench today In 1973, he hit .288, 25, and 65. So Robinson a real threat to tie the ball game here. Seaver's going to have to be careful with him. He'd love to get a ground ball, a double play. Seaver with the pitch. It's a grounder toward Harrelson. Grabs it, throws to second. On to first. It is a ground ball double play, 6-4 to 3. Harrelson, Milan, and Milner. And Seaver gets out of the inning. 2 men left on for Philadelphia. They cannot let opportunities like that go by. Philadelphia brings in Harmon to bat 9th and play short. And the new pitcher for Phillies, Barry Lurch. Lurch 3-6 with a 4.40 ERA and 98 innings pitched. 105 hits, 27 walks, 51 strikeouts, and 10 home runs allowed in just under 100 innings. He's going to face the top of the Mets order here in the 8th, Harrelson, Milan, and Mays. But Harrelson 1 for 3 on the day. Ready to face Barry. The pitch, and Harrelson is swinging down on strikes. 1 up and 1 down, and that brings up Milan, 0 for 3 on the day. He'd love to get on base. Oh, there's a lofted fly ball out toward Unser in center. Dell roams over. It's deep. Unser has to race hard. He arrives, and he's got it. A beautiful play by Dell Unser. That did not look like a hard-hit ball. But Unser had to cover a lot of ground to get there in time. So 2 down for New York, and Willie Mays coming up 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out twice. Lurch steals, and Mays turns this one around toward Unser in center. This one's hit well. Way back in center. Let's run his horse, carrying to the fence. He jumps. It pops out of his glove.
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
And the official score is going to rule out a hit, a 2-base hit for Willie Mays. He ends up on second with 2 outs, and here's Rusty Staub coming up. Staub 1 for 3 on the day with a double of his own. He'd love to cash in Mays with an insurance run. Lurch steals, and Staub turns this one around to right field. Montanez backpedals, puts up his glove, and catches it for the 3rd out. So, 3 outs sandwiched around the Mays double. They leave 1. And no score for New York in the 8th. Philadelphia coming up with their final chance here in the 9th against Seaver. They'll send Unser, Montanez, and Hutton to the plate. Unser coming to the bat, 0 for 2 with a walk on the day, to face Seaver. Here's the pitch he wants, and Seaver deals. Unser on the ground ball toward Harrelson. Places on a short hop over to Miller for the 1st out. Time's running out for the Phillies, and Montanez steps to the plate 0 for 3 on the day. He's struck out twice and popped out. Has not had a good day seeing the ball against Tom Terrific. Here's a ground ball right back to Seaver. Picks it up, throws it in the dirt. Miller cannot come up with it, and that's a throwing error on Seaver. New York's 2nd error in the game, and that puts Montanez on base. So Tom Hutton going to get a chance with Montanez at first. 1 gone, and Phillies trailing by 3. Lazinski in the on-deck circle represents the potential tying run, if Hutton can get on. So Seaver with the pitch to Hutton. A swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That's good news for Tom Terrific, because even if Lazinski gets a hold of one here, the Mets will still have a 1-run lead. Lazinski steps into the box. He's struck out once and grounded out twice. 0 for 3 on the day. The Phillies are down to their final out, and Tom is ready. Lazinski in the box on the right side. Seaver to deal from the right hand. And Lazinski doesn't get the bat off his shoulder. Tom Terrific paints the outside corner for his 12th strikeout of the day, and the New York Mets have beaten the Philadelphia Phillies here on opening day in Shea Stadium 3-0. Tom Seaver gets the complete game shutout victory, goes to 1-0 on the season, and will be our player of the game. Steve Carlton pitched well enough, but not that well, as he gave up the big 3-run home run to John Milner, and that was the difference in the game, ladies and gentlemen, as the New York Mets beat the Philadelphia Phillies 3-0. Seaver with a 3-hitter on the day. Hell of a pitching game, yeah. 12 strikeouts, all around beautiful, beautiful game. Receiver, 3 hits, 2 walks, and nobody really advanced all day. Look at all those zeros for that Philadelphia box score. Miller, of course, the offensive hero, the big 3-run homer. Can you believe Mike Ryan had 2 of the 3 hits off Seaver? Figure that one out, ladies and gentlemen. But those are our day games in the 1973 replay. Let's take a look at what time it is. It's almost 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. So, what an appropriate time to wrap up our broadcast for the evening. This has been the Strat History Baseball Network, reminding you, or the Strat Baseball History Network, reminding you that when it's late at night, we can't remember the name of our own channel, especially when it's kind of new. But, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. If anybody else is here, please make sure you give these quality folks a follow over on their channel. ID Jester and Sports Time Machine both putting out some quality sports content, both tabletop and PC. Check them out if you haven't already, although I'm sure you know them better than you know me. My name is Joe. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It really helps us out a lot. And my shtick is the same every night. It's always a great day to play baseball, and I'll be playing more tomorrow, given the chance. We'll continue our 1973 opening day schedule with the 4 night games from 73 to round out the schedule, and also look for another game in our 1962 Cards and Dice replay. Guys, it's really been a pleasure hanging out with you tonight. I'm a little tired. I'm going to find something to relax to, maybe pop open a beer, and do some stats for some earlier Cards and Dice games I rolled on this furlough week. So, hope you have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. And I want to remind you that, as I said already, it's always a good day for baseball. So don't wait till tomorrow. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. See ya. Take care, Jester. Thanks, man.